You don't want to marry that girl. You don't want to marry. But why don't you want to marry her? Oh man, I'm scared of commitment. I don't know. I don't think I could be the best.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Belief Mel.
And we're here with episode 265 of
How Married Are You? Okay, my name Belief. This is Yvette. We married 15 years. Live in California. We got four kids. Relationship scary. It's very necessary. We share our love, our struggles. We ask how married are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty. If you're listening, you're in a wedding party. It's okay if you want to put your hands up. You got the questions. We got the answers.
It's chocolate baby story time.
Chocolate baby story time. It's chocolate
baby story time.
1, 2, 3, and
it's chocolate baby story time.
All right. Man. Uzi. He's I thought he like graduated from like a different stage, but he's just kind of all over the place, and apparently he's been finessing you a lot. Right, go in your room. And yeah, just kind of like mischievous at the age of 6, and almost like, you know, he's kind of got like this child privilege, you know, where he kind of gets away with murder, you know what I mean? And we just are looking at him like, what? No, what? Stop. And then we just keep going. And Theo is sick of it. He is sick of it. And
he's sick of it, but also he plays into it too. He's always trying to give him hugs and give him smooches and like whatever. And yeah,
the oldest and the youngest have an interesting dynamic. The most comical of all the relationships is the oldest one, just kind of sitting there like, and the youngest one like, you know, I don't know, pelvic thrusting the wall. And the oldest one's looking like, what the heck is going on?
Oh my god!
But yeah, like Uzi's just been getting away with a lot of stuff, guys, and we haven't been able to catch any of it on camera. But he always acts like he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I just is thinking. Like, I don't know, guys. We're having a hard time with the Uzi right now. But yeah, welcome, Black man. We have, you know, been consistent, been banging out this podcast, been trying to make it count. I think before we hop into our announcements, I just want to say the highlight of our weekend, or my weekend, I'll say, was mentoring the mentor couple group from Patreon. By the time you see this, there might only be one spot left.
There is one spot left right now.
There's one, yeah, but you know, these come out later. So that one spot might be gone. We have 4 couples so far that joined the Patreon tier for the mentor couple group. And so how we did it was we have people who are checking in with us once a month for a group session, and then they have like 2 emergency private sessions to where we can help them with this
per quarter.
I keep
cutting you off.
Now the thing is, if you did not get it at the tier that it's at, it's gonna go up because we then have to add more time to our schedule because we don't think more than 5 couples make sense for a group session. But the first one was just so amazing, so encouraging. Yeah, I think I want to talk about that during the Patreon extended version of this. It's kind of like our biggest takeaways from that session.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Updates. Man, we got some dope projects coming. First things first, Father Yourself First. My book is available for pre-order now. Still available for pre-order. Super encouraged by the amount of pre-orders we got. You guys have been killing it ordering this book. I do believe this message is going to be a great gift for for the men in your life. I was talking to some older gentlemen doing some podcast interviews and stuff like that. And the amount of stuff like God has allowed me to see and grow in while being a father has just been really incredible. I've been able to notice small little seeds in my kids that now turn into invitations, but soon will be turning into gifts that they will have to be able to bless the world. And so the seeds that I've seen with people like Uriah, right? If you guys seen our like latest little introduction episode of Belief in Fatherhood, it was like, I'm sitting here, like everyone's introducing themselves and Uriah just has this whole moment. And the whole time I'm kind of like, bro, this is so, what is it? What was it to you? It was rough.
Raya.
It was Raya. It was Raya. And he's just being himself. And, you know, it's so interesting how many times I have to just turn down what I feel like is annoying or, you know, whatever, just so he can be himself. And there are certain times for your child to be like quiet, but most of the times they're supposed to be loud and be themselves because it's helping them figure out who they are. And if you do accept those invitations for them to be themselves, they will want to be in your presence more. And so many parents right now are older and struggling with like trying not to be like no contact with their kids, their adult kids, but it's difficult because they haven't they haven't deposited the amount of peace and freedom for their child to be themselves, but yet they want access. And so right now, the good work in parenting is not only for me to see that in Uriah, Uzi, Anaya, Theo, but also to see that in Glen as well and Yvette as well, you know. So it's been really, really dope, man, applying the lessons in this book and just even reading through it again. I'm just so proud of this project, guys. So make sure you guys order it now. Comes out November 4th. Don't wait till November 4th. Order now. Greatly appreciated.
And we also want to communicate again that because there was a comment earlier about what is it called? Audiobooks. Yeah. Audiobook orders do count toward the pre-order count. So however you like to read your book, wherever you like to get your books, order those books now.
Yes, absolutely. You can support us in 2 ways. Well, actually in many ways. My name is Yvette, and we are coming to you with a
special challenge,
special Patreon offer. This is the campaign. We're trying to get to 1,000 patrons. Okay, now why would you want us to get to 1,000 patrons? Because you know every week we lie to y'all. We say every Tuesday and Thursday, shoddy, and we don't be popping up on Thursdays. We only popping up on Tuesdays, and we want to bring the second episode back, and we can. We have everything we need to bring the episode back, except the money. So what we need you to do. What we need you to do is we need you to consider becoming a patron and joining us $5 a month. Is it $5 a month?
It is.
$5 a month. That's it.
At minimum, you can give more. Yeah. There's options to give more.
$5 a month. It will get us to 1,000. Once we get to 1,000 Patreon members, we are bringing back Thursdays. That's 2 episodes a week. Now we already got 200 patrons in the bag. Okay, we already got 200 of y'all. Some of y'all ain't paying, but 200 patrons in the bag. What we need y'all to do is consider becoming a patron so you can get those 2 episodes a month and we can feed the rest of the world, y'all. And also, I need y'all to promote this podcast. I know y'all love it. I know y'all be watching. I know y'all are diehard members of the wedding party. But let's extend that and spread that thing out to the rest of the community so we can help some of these marriages out here which are struggling, especially during times like this.
And just so you know, the patrons have an exclusive offer right now.
A mentor couple. We got to tell them, mentor couple. You can be a part of we can mentor you. I wasn't
gonna tell him, babe.
No, we can mentor you if you are a patron. But it only applies to patron members, okay? So make sure you join Patreon. At least click the site so you can see what the opportunities are so you know what you're missing out on. The easiest way to support this channel is to like rate it on podcast platforms, like it on YouTube, and then also subscribe to the channel. So if you guys watching it or whatever, it's like, oh man, I haven't even been subscribed. Check to make sure you're subscribed. Subscribe to the podcast. That's very helpful for us. Another thing, if you're like in a situation where you've been in and out of the dating world for a while and you want some experience asking tough questions to get to the answers you want, the premarital advantage is for you. Now, this is for people who are newly married, thinking about getting married, or just dating. Here are some great conversations that you can have. And it's kind of like kind of like we're your mentor couple, just through an e-course. So you guys can have that right on our podcast website, which is howmarriedareyoupodcast.com. And then buy the book. Sign up for the email list. Buy the book. I think this is the thing about the mentor couple, though, like the mentor couple group. I believe this. Uzi, come over here. We can't hear. We're in the middle of a podcast, so I hope it's really important. What's up? Hey, man, that wasn't important.
That was not important.
Good night. It's bedtime. It's like way past bedtime right now. You can go to sleep. I think that the people that we mentor, you know, like we're going to see them in person.
Almost.
It only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we're very grateful to have those people inside of that group. And I hope I feel like they are getting value out of it, but we'll let you guys know what they say next time around. All right, Yvette's got an email for us. You ready? Are you guys going to say?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Hi, Glen and Yvette. I really, really hope y'all see this. LMAO. I've been watching you guys since 2019. I'm going to keep this quick because I know how y'all get. This is not a quick email, but it is kind of.
It's one paragraph, but the paragraph has like 10 sentences.
No, it's 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, 25, and I, 24, have been together for 6 years. Long distance for the first 3, then living together for the past 3. I know you guys don't recommend that, so please spare me. I love it when they know us. I really do. Yeah. I feel very frustrated. The past 3 years has been full of really high highs and very low lows of learning to physically live together, do adulthood together, etc. Before we even moved in together, I said if we weren't engaged and doing premarital counseling by year 6, considering we started dating pretty young, that I didn't see a point in continuing the relationship. He agreed. We both work full time. He is the main provider. We make enough that he 1000% can save for a ring right now. We've spent $2,000 to $3,000 just on DoorDash some months. My Lord.
Sheesh.
Mind you, there has been no ring shopping, no ask for proposal things I would or wouldn't want, nothing. So how do I even know it's something he's actually working towards? We had a conversation recently where he stated we both felt like we've been in the roommate phase. No dates, not much affection. We're both working majority of the day.
With no kids?
And have separate offices across the house.
Shame on y'all.
Both just focused on work. I added that I feel like our relationship in general has been complacent since living together. We pretty much never really celebrate our anniversary or barely do dinner dates or anything outside of birthdays. There was some financial hardship at some times, but we do not have kids, so I think that we have no excuse, to be honest. And we've had a few situations where there's been loss of trust as well. A lot of it I feel is due to his immaturity, not knowing how to properly lead as a man. A year ago,
whoa.
I know. I already know what you got to say, but can I finish the email?
Hold on, look. Can you say that last part again, please? I was trying to get all the lint off this microphone.
A lot of it, I feel, is due to his immaturity, not knowing how to properly lead as a man.
Okay, so he's immature. Got it. He don't know how to lead. Got it.
A year ago, I told him he needs to join therapy or men's counseling, mentorship if he want this relationship to work, because he was struggling with lust and overall a lot of ideas that he had about being a man in a relationship / leading. He did it for
wait, what? A year ago, I told him he needs to join therapy, men's counseling membership if he wants this relationship to work because he's struggling with lust overall, a lot of ideas.
And overall,
a lot of ideas that he had about being a man in a relationship. Okay.
Leading.
All right. Now, this is what I think. I'm going to just say this real quick. It's giving daddy issues. It's giving daddy issues. I'm going to say this early.
Okay.
I can identify with this man. I can identify with some of that. Not knowing how to lead type. Right? Is that me? Am I projecting?
You definitely didn't know how to lead. Yeah, for sure. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He did it for a few months, then stopped. Never really gave me a reason why. And yes, I was and am in therapy myself. I told him recently we should do couples counseling because, again, I feel like a lot of things he says reflects a very tainted view of being a man/husband. And overall, we need a better foundation and tools to have the right approach toward being fiancés.
She projecting the fiance thing out. I ain't, you know.
All right. He agreed and I said, okay, you need to initiate it though. Finding a man he respects and such. I got that from Glen. Weeks later, nothing.
Hey, shout out to you listening but not listening. You doing a good job over there somewhat. Kind of sort of.
Listening but not listening. That was good, man. Weeks later, I brought Weeks later, I brought up the lack of engagement / proposal conversation that there has been, and he said, I feel like we've gone backwards as a couple. So I think we need to get closer to a place of attraction / affection before we can work closer towards marriage, because how can we make that commitment if we don't even know if this relationship will work? And she goes, I'm sorry, nigga, what? Excuse my language. That was her language, not mine. Excuse my language. I don't know. Am I tripping? Should I just call it quits? He genuinely is trying, has gotten better, and worked on things we've dealt with, like overcoming the lust, communicating better, prioritizing the romance more. But I don't know. It just feels like none of it is enough to get engaged. Will it ever be enough? He says he does want to marry me, but we need to get our foundation straight first. They say when a man says he wants to marry, but not right now, it just means not you. Glen, is that true?
Absolutely.
Sometimes I ask myself, is this as good as love? Is this as good as love is going to get? I don't know. Hope y'all at least have a good night, though. LMAO. Thanks, you guys. Man. And it is definitely nighttime, too.
Yeah, let me tell you something. First of all, I want you guys to answer this in the chat or in the comment section. She says, they say when a man says he wants to marry you, wants to marry, but not right now, it just means not you. Do you think that's true? Because me, I think that there's so much here. I can't speak for everybody, but here's what I'm learning. We all think we're so different, but I'll be like, man, I know where that's coming from. You don't want to marry that girl. You don't want to marry, but why don't you want to marry her? Oh man, I'm scared of commitment. I don't know. I don't think I could be the best. Right? So I do believe that. I think if a man wants to marry you, he's going to marry you. But there are certain type of men that have, they like back into like a fear, and they go, I'm scared of commitment, or I just don't know if I'm ready. Right. And you guys are playing house, and you told me not to leave you alone and spare you. I can't spare you, baby.
Yeah.
I can't spare you, only because not that I'm saying you're doing anything wrong, right? But if you
it's out of order.
It's out of order for your standard.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying what we would do. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know what we would do. But if you go, I know we did this and this, that means you have a standard you're not sticking to. It doesn't have anything to do with us being honest, right? Like, go ahead.
That's what I was going to say. I was reading this email, and the whole time I'm like, she has expectations of him as someone who is married or engaged to be married. And I think that because you guys have been together for 6 years, living together for the past 3 years, that he has gotten comfortable. And you didn't, I don't know, I think you were immune to that happening and that he would come around. But I think that it more often than not, because I know somebody gonna be in the comment section talking about that was my situation. We lived together for 5 years and we's happily married and whatever. Mm-hmm. But I do think more often than not, when people move in before getting married with the hopes of eventually getting married, it often turns into this type of situation where one person has expectations of the other person that really reside in marriage. When you said that one thing and Glen kind of went off his handle, what did she say? She said, because he was struggling. No. Was that it?
Because he didn't want to lead?
Yeah, something about him leading. And I was like, yeah. Wait, where is it? It was the way she said it that made it.
I don't feel like there's enough information for me to really tell you what I need to know. I need to tell you. You know, I feel like I'm missing. Like, I would have other questions. I'm sorry, I'm fidgeting.
You are very fidgety.
I feel like there's questions I would want to know the answers to. You know what I mean?
Like one. Name one.
Like, are you a believer? Is he a believer? Like, does he believe in Jesus? Are you following a standard, a biblical standard? Or is this just kind of like, all right, well, because the truth is, it's like, what grounds are we making these decisions on? Right? Like, are you trying to turn a childish man who you know isn't a leader into the husband of your dreams? Because that's not what you got. That's not what you're working with here. You know what I'm saying? Here's one thing I could say, that I wasn't the leader as far as finances are concerned. And I wasn't the leader as far as, like, I wasn't making all the decisions and being like, look, this is where we're headed. Right? I was like, oh, Yvette wants to be the Secretary of Education for the United States of America.
Stop telling people that. Please.
Why?
I don't want anybody to know that used to be a desire. Please don't tell nobody. Don't.
Are we taking it out of the episode?
No, but just let's not talk about it anymore, okay? Please. You keep mentioning that. Don't do it.
It's true. You said that. You said it.
I know.
So I thought that's what I was marrying.
It was crazy though. Like, I don't even know why I desired that.
Okay, well, it's okay.
I don't want anybody to know that. Please don't.
You don't want anybody to know. It's on podcast. At least 1,000 people gonna hear this. 5,000 maybe. If it's a good episode, you get 10 to 20,000. So,
oh my gosh.
I don't think you should be embarrassed about something that was your dream.
I'm not embarrassed. I just don't want to talk about it anymore, ever again. Do not ever bring it up again.
Okay, but I'm trying to tell a story here.
Okay, Yvette had ambitions. There you go.
That is a terrible storytelling. Imagine you reading one of them like nasty books that you be reading sometimes, or you used to read, or you read once.
I read one.
Okay,
and I didn't mean to.
Instead of describing everything that happened, they were just like, "We did it."
I would appreciate that, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. So you want me to leave out all the details? All right, guys.
No, when it comes to the stuff, you know.
Okay.
You know.
So Yvette wanted to be in the highest position, a teacher.
And honestly, they could use me right now.
No, they're shutting it down.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Anyway, so Yvette had desires in things that she wanted to do in her professional career. And I was okay being the number 2 to that. Okay, cool. I'll just go ahead and wrap my little butt off and maybe we'll get rich or something like that and I'll be successful. Like, that was my plan. But when it comes to the standard of like how I touched her or how much time we spent together, I was putting up all the boundaries. Like, I was the one like, nah, you will have nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, affection.
Are you talking about when we were dating?
When we were dating.
Oh.
Before we got married, like I was the one that was like, nah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like.
I mean, I wasn't trying to get in your pants or anything.
Now, how much detail are we telling here? Because I think that's a lot.
I was not trying to have sex with this man.
You weren't trying to have sex, no.
Thank you. That's
but
I mean.
You didn't even know what sex was. So technically,
damn,
you were getting pretty
what is
close.
wrong with you?
Nothing. Oh my gosh. This is how the podcast usually goes. Do you know
my
that?
Gosh.
All right. So anyway,
let's get back to them.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to say. I said Yvette was trying to go do professional things in work. Now I'm walking on eggshells, and I don't like that.
Okay,
I live here.
Be free. Fly.
No. You have boundaries, and I'm trying to respect those.
No. I'm seriously. Go ahead. Can we just?
So Yvette wanted to do the professional thing. I was saying, hey, we could do that, but like, I'm not trying to like kiss you and massage you and all that type of stuff. I wasn't trying to do that because I know my standards were off. Like my flesh, what happens with me, and I knew that if I got into a sexual relationship with her before we got married, then our relationship would be tainted by our physical connection. And I don't know if I would have taken her seriously. Truthfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I would have been like, I could talk you into anything. If you would have let me, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was the one, but my thing is like, I wasn't even trying to do that because I was trying to protect you from the like average flesh desires that take over a young man. So that standard was set by the man in our relationship. So it seems like you're trying to set the standard, right? Without any of the rules. And then you want to grow. You want him to grow into someone he already has confirmed that he is not. Now, I'm not saying that things can't change. I'm just saying in order for them to change, your hope is going to be tested. Because I think in your mind, you're like, man, maybe it could get better. But yeah, because in relationships with Yvette and I, can I talk about this? With Yvette and I, there was certain times I lost hope. I was like, I don't know if this is ever going to get better. But then she changed. And I was like, oh, I can hope again. Like, I believe she will get better. But from what you're saying, I don't even know why you want to get married. Like, what do you want? It seems like you just want to get married because right now, technically, you are. You're pretending to be married, essentially. Like, I know a lot of marriages that look like what you're describing. The lack of date nights, all that stuff. We've been through those seasons.
Do you think, because one of the subject line is 6 years for nothing, am I settling? Do you think when someone asks, am I settling, they are settling? You know what I mean?
All right,
because that could be a question for the comment section. Yeah. But like when someone's asking the question, am I settling? I want to say like on average, I'm making up so many statistics right now. You have
to ask, yeah.
But I feel like most of the time when someone has to ask that question, most likely they are.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you asked this question before you even started drafting the email, if that makes sense. I mean, you answered your question. Now, speaking to Glen's perspective about hope, she did say he's genuinely trying. He has gotten better and worked on things we've dealt with, like overcoming the lust, communicating better, prioritizing romance more. But I don't know. It just feels like none of it is enough to get engaged.
Yeah, the win for you is to get a ring.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, if you just wanted to be with him, because it's like 6 years for nothing. Well, technically, you have a relationship for 6 years. What do you want out of the relationship? What is the return? Is it to get a ring? Have you let your standards go and to get a ring? Is that what success looks like? Because you kind of have a preview already of what your marriage is going to look like. A ring ain't going to change him. You know, when he puts that ring on your finger, it's not going to make him being like, okay, now this is my wife. Now all of a sudden he's a protector, a provider, and, you know, extremely self-controlled. A ring don't do that type of magic.
Yeah, and if y'all are spending $2,000 to $3,000 a month on DoorDash, you need to be saving that for the wedding.
Nah.
$2,000 to $3,000.
They need to go to the courthouse. What's the goal here? I think that's for me. Like, what's the goal? You want to get a ring and you want to be married to do what? For what? You know,
because you're already living together.
Yeah,
we're assuming that you are intimate with each other.
Yeah, she said there was something.
She did?
She said something about intimacy or something. I know what they doing in there. We know what y'all doing in there. Y'all Netflix, DoorDashing and chilling. Yeah, absolutely. I wish somebody would.
NDDC. I just come up with the new acronym. NDDC.
All right.
Y'all better use it too.
So, yeah, it just seems like to me that, you know, you have a standard, but I don't know if you've chosen the right person for that standard. I'm not saying, and please don't get me wrong here, I'm not saying it can't work out, but if you see somebody, my thing is like, yo, there's no way I'm letting you out of my sight. I'm marrying you. Like, I'm gonna marry you. That's the commitment that I think people have when they know that you're worth keeping. But he already has you. And you ain't going nowhere because you already set the standard for 6 years and it's year 6. You told him, hey, my expectation is that we be getting married or engaged by year 6, right? That's what she said. In 6 years, you ain't got no ring. So, but some men, like I remember I had a girlfriend. It was real serious. And I thought I was going to be with this girl for sure. But we was like living together. You know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't really want to do nothing. Like, I wasn't motivated to do anything. You know what I mean? I was a mess. I was tragic. Guys, if I told you, you would never listen to me again. Like, for real.
Or maybe they'd listen to you because they know where you came from.
Oh my gosh.
And who you became.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe. Yeah. But what I'm saying is I had no desire to do anything with this girl. Like, I had no desire to go to the play mini golf, like go on dates. I had no desire to do nothing.
Where did that stem from? Let's try to get some insight from your experience.
Just being lazy.
That was laziness?
Yeah, it was like lazy, lack of desire. Not, you know, I was kind of like, you know, very similar to like, and this is it's hard to say now. I just didn't want to put any effort into making her life happy. Like, I didn't want to do that.
Why?
Because it wasn't like I was trying to get her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put effort in that, like that, to get a woman, not to keep one. Like, that's how average my thinking was. But I'm not saying he's this. I'm just telling you, I know right now I was a low life. I'm not saying your guy's a low life. I'm just letting you know where I'm at. You know, if
he was at.
He was at. I was at. But genuinely, this guy, you said he's putting in effort and he's making some changes, but it seems like you're looking for an experience. And I don't know if you're going to get what you're looking for with those expectations. You know, like, don't be fooled out here. Some of the marriages that you see that have those beautiful weddings and those big old rings be doing the same thing y'all doing, right? Right? How you described it. You know what I mean? It's not always trips, riding on horses, blue blue oceans. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is like a lot of work or a lot of silence, suffering. Some of it is beautiful, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. And then I know somebody gonna clip this and be like, yeah, they always see that's why I want to get married, because people be making marriage sound so bad. I'm just letting you know the truth, baby. Like, we are all human. And there's not, that's why when people, they be getting married and everything looks so crazy, and then as soon as they get divorced, oh my gosh, he was terrible, he did it, this and this. Oh man, she was selfish, and she ain't never have sex with me. Like, but like, bruh, y'all just was celebrating, everything was beautiful. But like the real work is in the conversations that you guys are having, and him like adjusting and like really making change. But I don't know if you're going to be able to get that if you're settling in how you're living. Now, if you were cool with it, then that's a whole nother thing. But you already feel convicted. I don't know. Am I tripping?
I don't know. I do think that you might want to pay attention to how you are reacting to him in this. Because, like, as concerned as you are about how he will show up in marriage and all the things, understanding what Glenn just said about how there will be different phases of marriage, and like whatever, there will be times when it's like a lot of fun, you know. Was it, I don't know which summer that was, but Glenn and I, or what year, there are some years where Glenn and I traveled together multiple times in one year and have like trips just the two of us and date nights galore and whatever, and it's great. And then there are some years where there's less of that because we don't have the right things or community in place to be able to support us with the kids. And so we have to work harder to connect, or we just don't connect in that way. And so I feel like you have to decide how much work you're willing to put in here as well. You know what I mean? Like there's a work ethic that is required of both people involved. And if you right now are willing to like write him off because whatever, then I think that also speaks volumes to you and the work you're willing to put in on the other side of marriage, if that makes sense. So I think there's something worth sitting there with in evaluating that question, whether or not you're settling. I think you're the only one that can really answer that. If he is putting in work and trying, then I do think he deserves some credit for that. And maybe you can have some real honest conversations about because we're only hearing your side of it, but we're not hearing his side of it. And there's two sides to every story, three sides to every story. And so I would just ask him like, hey, how can I show up better here? You know what I mean? You mentioned the whole attraction and affection. I think sometimes, like, I'll admit there'll be weeks where I'll just walk around in my robe all week. Not like,
I don't mind.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh. What makes you think I mind?
I'm just saying, like, when you start to live together, I'm not saying you mind. I'm not saying that. But I'm sure it's not like, I'm sure you appreciate when I get dressed and like try.
No, it is difficult when you're about to go out with the ladies and all of a sudden you're like, everything is, you get your hair done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes you gotta go do something, you know.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I only get my hair done when we go out. I usually do my own hair when I go out with ladies. Anywho, so what I'm saying is maybe
I hate this podcast.
Maybe
podcast get on my nerves. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Maybe with that part, it's like you guys are just, I don't know if you guys work from home or whatever the case may be, but it's like you just be around, you know, like don't necessarily do much with yourself. Not saying you, not saying him. I'm just saying there's some things, you know, you just get too comfortable. You're farting, you're burping, you're doing all the things. Am I tripping? I don't know. Anywho, what I'm saying is that I would definitely take just think about what you're doing. And I do think at this point, you guys most definitely need to have a DTR, which is a defining the relationship. It's like, what are we here for? Where are we going? You deserve answers to that. You deserve to know what you want. I think that's something that's very important. It's like, what do you want? And what does he want? And do your wants align? I actually think the premarital advantage would be great for you guys.
Yeah. Let's gift it to him.
Okay. We keep doing that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. We're going to gift it to you.
Yeah, I mean, if you use it, if you're not going to use it, then...
No, it's too late. I got to respond to the email now and be like, here it is for free. Use it.
Yeah. Well, look.
No, but honestly, I really do think it would be good for you guys.
Yeah, I think... Go ahead. Sorry.
That's it. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. And there's also another question about why you're allowing yourself to settle. You know, because I think you're settling. I think you're just asking the question. But I mean, is this like a thing about? I think
it's obvious.
Why?
Because when we as humans, I'm not even gonna say as women, when we as humans invest 6 years of our life into a person for it to go nowhere, it's like, no. This has to go somewhere. At least I think that's what it is. I think I would be thinking that way. I never had that experience.
So it's control?
Control?
Yeah, I'm asking why are you settling? You trying to force this person to be someone he's not?
It's been 6 years of an investment.
Yeah, but it's going to be 7 if you keep playing. Right? Like, what are we talking about?
Good point, babe. Touche. Yeah. I'm just saying, from my point of view, if it were me, I think that would be my thought process. Like, man, I really did put in 6 years here. Am I really about to just throw that down the toilet?
Absolutely.
Flush it down the toilet?
Yeah, because it took you 6 years to learn a lesson.
That hurts. And that hurts.
It probably was only 3, realistically. The long distance years were probably great. Because you imagine what it would be like. And then like year 4, you're like, well, he's going to propose in 2 years and I'm not turning back now. And you're like, 1 more year to that ring. And now you're like, where the ring? So, yeah, I don't think you wasted your time. I think you learned a lesson. I think you learned not to settle. And I also think sometimes it's just like the standard is, I don't even know why you have that standard. Like, why do you have to get married in 6 years? You know? And I would be, as a man, I would feel a little like pressured if I knew I had to propose to you because it's year 6 and I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? So you might need to let him fly. Unfortunately. You dig?
Ooh. Okay, I have some questions for our listeners for the wedding party.
Okay.
Because I know that everyone who listens to this podcast is not necessarily a believer. And so
in Jesus.
And we, as followers of Christ, Christians, we do not believe that you should live together before you get married.
I'm trying to think if I really believe that. Sorry.
I do not believe you should live together before you get married.
Yeah.
And so if you are someone, whether you're like Glen, I don't know where Glen's coming from right now.
I'll explain myself.
Will you want our children to live with their significant others before they get married?
No.
Okay.
But when you say you don't believe that you should, it almost seems like you condemn anybody who does it any other way but your own.
No.
And I just want to make sure that, like, I'm rooting for the individual, right? So if I'm rooting for the individual, I know that people take all types of routes to get to where they are. And I can't necessarily say which way is right or wrong. To me, when I'm listening to her, she has a standard for what she believes based on who she thinks we are, right? So she's like, hey, like, I already know I'm doing this out of order, whatever. Just don't, cut me some slack or whatever. And we ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? We would probably mention like, oh, well, you're living together, so I don't know what your expectations are. But I can't say, oh, everybody in the world needs to not live together before they get married. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm not condemning anyone who does it. What I'm saying is,
you are fine to believe that.
Gosh,
sorry, I keep interrupting you. You don't got no bra on?
You are tripping. You are tripping so bad. I'm in my house. Nobody knows, but now they do.
Yeah.
Great. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. Listen, I'm not condemning it. I just say for me in my house, I don't prefer it. I would encourage my children not to. But again, I know other parents who've encouraged their children not to, and they just went on and did what they wanted to do anyway.
But why would you encourage your children not to?
Because I just don't think it's wise.
Why isn't it wise?
Because what? Because
it's not common sense.
Because you end up in situations like this where you're giving away what can be intended for, what is intended for a covenant relationship.
Okay.
I think that there's a different level of commitment when someone's willing to wait to do all the things that are intended for marriage under the guise of my faith background. Because again, if you don't believe like I do, then you may do things differently.
Yeah. So here,
and even if you do believe like I do, you may do things differently.
Maybe we should talk about this on the Patreon episode, because I do feel like there's something about the standards we hold versus what we believe, right? So, you know, this is it's going to feel like a shot, but I promise you it's not.
He's been shooting me all day.
Okay. So if we go, our standard is that we're going to wait till marriage to have sex. Right? And we go, okay, cool, successful. We waited till marriage to have sex. Then when we in marriage, we don't have sex. We don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so the standard is, you're not going to move in with someone before you get married, right? But the reason is why? What are you waiting for? And I think as believers, we can't just say, hey, here's the rule, here's the standard, but like make it make sense for people so they can understand what they're missing out on. So I would say, I think it's unwise to do that because you lock yourself into a relationship where you hope that person is the protector, the provider, or the sacred safe place for you. Marriage at least puts that on paper. You know what I'm saying? In front of a group of people who will hopefully hold that person accountable. It's a ceremony for a reason, you know? And that's why, anyway, like in some African countries, the standard is that they would pay a dowry or whatever for, and I'm maybe screwing this all up. Let me know if I'm wrong. To the family for the hand of the spouse. I mean, the fiance or whatever. And like, that's a heavy cost because they want to make sure like you're willing to put in the work for this investment, right? Because you're taking somebody from our community, right? And so, they essentially, you made a vow, or you hope that he made a vow with a pinky promise in 6 years.
Was there even a pinky promise?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was your goal, not his goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just want to make sure that when we say like, hey, here's the standard, here's why we believe that. Not just because we believe we're Christian and we automatically think like all Christians, because we don't.
We don't.
Lord Jesus, we don't.
We do not.
And y'all know what I'm talking about. So don't even get me started. We don't. We looking at them like, word? All right. We don't. Okay. So anyway, I just want to make sure that we make it make sense, because I think what we stood in, we hoped that, what we have now in our relationship, I thought, was gonna be like day one of marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a crazy thing to say when you don't really know, exactly the thought process of what you believe or whatever, or why you believe what you believe. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We can go ahead and roast me in the comment section. I don't care about what y'all think of me, but I know what y'all talking about. You saying I do? I promise you, man, this podcast is on my nerves, but I love y'all though. I love y'all for sure.
The podcast or your co-host?
No. I love you to death. I'll do anything for you.
Does the co-host get on your nerves?
Does the co-host get on my nerves? I get on my own nerves. So I would say that. But it's more than nerves. You get
oh my God.
We emotionally like inflame each other. You know what I'm saying? So today was one of them days, guys, where like I said something to Yvette, and though it was true, it was tough. She literally just broke down into tears. It was like, "You're mean." It's like, who am I talking to? I thought we were having an adult conversation. She just said, "You're mean," and she just burst into tears. I was like, "What?"
The truth hurts, y'all.
Yeah,
it hurts.
It was tough, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that several times today.
You really don't owe me an apology. You really don't. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about that in Patreon.
Word.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we're going to talk about. Because I feel like that is a really good conversation about how, like, at the time when you said it, the only thing I could say was, the only thing I had in me was, "You're mean." And then just started crying. And the crazy thing is, y'all, the whole conversation was recorded because we were talking about something
else.
And I was like, "Hey, I need to record this because I want to remember what you said. Like, I want to be able to listen back to what you said." And then he like went in and I was like, "You're mean." And just started. I couldn't even control it.
And I felt so bad like, because
what's happening?
I felt so bad because I'm like, I wasn't trying to be mean.
You weren't mean. You were not. We'll talk about it in Patreon.
But was it the picture I painted?
Yes. How married are you?
Oh man, tonight, I made the most amazing dinner.
Oh my gosh!
So
I definitely think it's in the top 5.
Wow. So basically what happened was this weekend we had shrimp and grits. We had some people over. I made shrimp and grits. And we had everything else. Like, so when you get shrimp and grits, one of the things you got in the house for no reason at all, you probably never really use it, is heavy cream. So you got like heavy cream, you got like mad bell peppers. So I'm like, I don't want to make grits again, but we make rice every day. So I
eat a lot of rice.
Yeah. So I basically made shrimp and grit, like the sauce with the shrimp, but I added crab meat, shrimp and scallops, bacon, green onions, bell peppers, garlic in like this roux, and poured it over some like flavored rice that Yvette made. And it was intense flavor. It was crazy.
It was really good.
So crazy.
It was like very comforting. It was like after
I made you cry.
After he made me cry, I deserved that meal.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My Lord, it was so good. It was so good. I can't even tell you. You know how like, well, I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but there was like tension that I had been living with all day. And then when I took my first bite, it was kind of like it started to like melt away. Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, freezing wine. How married are you, babe?
Actually, today. I'm so married. I tried to have daytime sex and my husband turned me down.
Yeah.
He hurt my feelings and then turned me down when I initiated sex.
Yeah, that was crazy.
In the middle of the day. Yeah. What world are we living in?
Yeah. Can I talk about why? It's like it was peak kid time.
No, the boys were outside and Anaya and Uzi were playing a video game.
Did someone knock on our door during our time we would be having sex? Did someone knock on our door?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Who did?
Anaya and Uzi came in.
They did?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
They asked a question about something.
We could have locked the door. We always locked the door. Anywho, remember that time when he was talking about having sex on the couch? We were right there on the couch in our room. Yeah. And he did not want to make it do what it do, baby.
Too. I blew it too because now I ate all that dang shrimp and grits.
And so now you don't even want to be intimate tonight.
I'm a little bloated.
Wow. Yeah. Look at that.
This is some real nigga-esque type ish right now. So let me chill. We getting a little uncomfortable. See, you making me feel like you felt when I talk about you being a Secretary of the National Guard.
Come on. The National Guard, and that's just how married we aren't.